So many blunders. I was such a duck planner, especially on my international trips. Hey guys, I hope you all are keeping safe indoors, but still planning your dream vacation maybe next year, or a weekend getaway maybe late this year, I don't know. But doesn't hurt learning something new today, right? Today I'm gonna share rookie and not so rookie travel mistakes that I made on my travels. It's a longish video, but I hope you watch it till the end so that to really understand these game-changing travel hacks. Let's get started. Number 1. Overpacking. So for my week-long honeymoon trip to Ireland, I carried this. Yeah, you can process this for a while. The biggest problem with overpacking is different people see overpacking differently. It's highly subjective. So for my parents, a largish bag would be underpacking for a week-long vacation, but for a backpacker, a medium-sized backpack would suffice. If you're someone who wants to wear clean clothes on a vacation every day, like me, make sure you stay in an Airbnb with a washer and do your laundry intermittently. It's really simple. At least the B&Bs in Europe have fully automatic washers with good drying capabilities. Ask your B&B host to give you a demo on how to use it, because the ones that we have in India are quite different. Carry a few detergent sachet or pods with you just in case the B&B host doesn't have them, or you can even buy it from a local store. A B&B will also give you flexibility to cook your own food and save space, which would otherwise be occupied with so many snacks that we tend to bring along. And if you can't even stay in a B&B, you can look for a local laundromat, which is at least very common in Europe. After a couple of trips with horrendous amount of luggage, I now bring with myself a medium trolley bag with a small backpack on my solo travels, usually lasting 10 to 12 days. It is usually half full because I love shopping, especially for local made snacks or souvenirs, and that extra space gives me the flexibility to shop. I usually carry 5 to 7 pair of clothes with me for a 10 to 12 day long vacation and wash them as and when required. I'll make a comprehensive video on smart packing, so make sure to subscribe to my channel and press on the bell icon so you'll never miss an update. I always wanted to say that. Number 2. Planning very short trips. So this was particularly for international trips. My first Europe trip was to Ireland, and it was just 1 week long. Yes, that's it. I spent almost a day in traveling and a lakh rupees on flights just for a 1 week long vacation. Reaching any major European city requires 9 to 10 hours from India, and if you don't count your first and the last day of the trip, then you're barely left for any time to enjoy your vacation. Have you heard of law of diminishing returns? So there is a saturation point different for each individual when travel becomes too much to handle. For some people it's a 2 week long vacation where there is same amount of fervor even towards the end of the vacation, but for some people even a weekend trip but frequent trips are the best optimal way to recharge. So find out your optimal duration of a vacation and plan your trips accordingly. Don't travel too far if all you need is a quick getaway or just a 1 week long vacation. Just don't waste too much time in traveling when all you have got is 1 week. Number 3. Cramming too much. So I see this as a pattern, especially in Indian travelers who think they can do Europe in a week or 10 days. But all you're doing is taking flights, buses, or changing hotels, basically stressing yourself out. And this is not an optimal way to travel. I've been to Europe on 8 different trips, but I still haven't done Europe. My least favorite trip was the one where I tried doing Paris, Amsterdam and Bruges all in 10 days. Less is more in travel. However, it is arguable because everyone has different constraints and restrictions and preferences. Many people can't travel to Europe every year, and I get that. So in that case, your research is very important. Read a lot what you actually want to see. Spend your precious vacation time on places which are really on your bucket list, and do not waste time in seeing everything. Try it, you won't regret. Slow travel is the best way to spend a vacation. At least it has worked for me. Number 4. Not carrying medicines. I still remember that excruciatingly painful day in Switzerland when I had a terrible running nose and I had forgotten to pack Vicks. Yeah, who would have thought? And I tried getting it in various stores, but the only pack available was a big pack, and that too for I think 35 francs. Buying a medicine in a big European city too can be very painful. They need a doctor's prescription and they may contain ingredients that you are allergic to. So it's just the best to carry as many medicines as possible. Let it take as much space. It doesn't matter. Guys, please keep medicines for God's sake. Number 5. Not researching the area of your B&B. So if you're a regular user on Airbnb, you may know that until you make the booking, the exact address of your B&B is not revealed to you. So your B&B may actually land up being in a shady street or a very isolated place. You need to research at least about the safe areas before you make the booking and not get carried away by the beautiful pictures. If you have friends and acquaintances abroad, just ask them, talk to them, tell them about your booking. There is an area filter as well, but to see the exact address, you need to make the booking. Try to select a flexible stay where you can cancel for free in case you find that areas to be questionable. I booked an apartment, I think in Brixton in London, and I later found out that that area was not very safe for Indians, so I had to cancel that and I booked another one. Number 6. Very short flight layovers. Probably the fastest I ever ran was at Zurich airport trying to catch my connecting flight to Munich. I had 55 minutes to deboard the flight, do the security check and board another flight. One incident wasn't enough to teach me a lesson. I missed a connecting flight from Delhi to Mumbai when I was coming from Rome. The layover was 1.5 hours long. Please pay attention to the layover time when you book your flight tickets. It should ideally be 2.5 hours long depending on the airport, maybe slightly longer for larger airports. And you can even do some leisurely duty-free shopping and some relaxation during the extra time. Number 7. Not taking rental car insurance. We all are generally very optimistic about life when it comes to taking rental car insurance. The only time when I didn't take a full coverage on my rental car was in London, and our car met with an accident. Thankfully, myself and my daughter weren't in the car and my husband wasn't too hurt. Almost a lakh rupees were blocked on our credit card and there was a virtual court case scene. And only when my husband had furnished proofs to validate that he wasn't at fault and we won the case, the blocked money came back after 5 to 6 months. Had there be full coverage, there won't be any such trouble. So guys, even if it costs a lot, please take a full coverage. You never know what goes wrong. Number 8. Undermining the weather. I literally shivered just looking at the pictures from my island trip. That trip was a perfect example of bad planning. It was 5 to 6 degrees plus cold winds and all I had carried mostly were summer dresses. Keep tracking weather closer to your travel date and pack layers like a jacket, a wool scarf or a pullover that can go with any outfit. And your pictures won't look like this. Number 9. Not researching opening and closing times. So you made this ambitious wish list of places you want to visit. You even chose the dress you will be wearing on that day for that perfect picture. But you forgot to make a note of opening and closing times. Europe particularly has different opening and closing times in winters and summers, so be sure to make a note of it while you're planning. Number 10. Using just one guidebook. Raise your hand if you thought Lonely Planet is the guidebook to plan all your travels. It was back in the day when there were fewer blogs and social media, but now there is information overload. There are so many blogs and so many articles, there are so many guidebooks, plus there's Instagram. But funnily, still people stick to Lonely Planet when it comes to planning their trips. No guys, please take out some time to go through at least 3 guidebooks, various blogs if you wish to include some offbeat places in your trip, which will definitely not be listed in a Lonely Planet. One such place was Mittenwald in Germany that I accidentally found in some random blog during my research. So if you're still there, thank you so much for hanging on and hearing me. If you like this video and you did learn a thing or two, keep showing love, hit the like button and share your feedback in the comments. It really helps me grow and bring across better and better content for you all. And also please subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, bye.